And hello there, welcome to the Red October Network. Welcome back. And I hope everybody's enjoying all the pirate videos that I posted. Uh, I have one thing that I really wanted to talk to everybody about, and it's something where I've been kind of discussing that, or discussing this for a while. As you know, there's on the Red October Network's homepage, there is a list that is it says syndication destination, and you're probably wondering why I chose the sites I did. And here was my thought. I know that if you're really familiar with TV networks like CBS, ABC, NBC, and the such, they all have kind of like these affiliate groups. You know, like CBS 2 in Chicago, CBS 2 here, uh, you know, 44 WEVV in Evansville, Indiana, some of the ones that I've watched. And I was wondering, why couldn't we extend this same concept to YouTube and just have like affiliate networks? But we would have more than obviously just 4 or 5. We would have tens, if not hundreds. And what we could do is I could take like the people you see down in the syndication destination page down there are kind of like the people who I really want to be on my affiliate network. So what we would do is that we would essentially, subscribe to each other's videos. We would comment on each other's videos, and we would kind of what we would do is we would basically go out and promote each other's videos. We would have common videos, and we'd comment on them and whatnot. Now, obviously, with all these groups and everything, we would have to have some leadership. So there would always be somebody who'd be always in management, who would select new members, trade other members off of the of our little group or label or whatever you want to call it. And so I thought this would be a really novel idea. I think it would be really cool because YouTube basically has like millions of people who are all like kind of independent. I think if we organize them into networks, where we had somebody like the independent YouTube filmmakers group or something, we could make Joe Schmo or whatever. We could just make a name up, but we would have groups. Obviously, the Vivo networks would get their own. I call them bands, like FM band, AM band, but the Vivo networks would be what I would call the S band, and so they would all have, they'd all be corporate sponsored, and there'd be corporate sponsors. There would be, there'd be very large, millions if not billions of views on these groups. And so we would have that. Then we would have what I would like to classify as the A band. Now the A band would be like your Mika Kitties, like Justine, Brittany Louise Taylor, all those guys. They would be on the A band. They would be like the normal people who would basically, where the entrance requirements would be like 5 million views or 10 million views. So they'd be really, really high up there, and so they would all be in a group. Now the B people would be people like me, the B band, who would be uploaders, but really wouldn't have like a lot of views, maybe up to 5 million, between 500,000 and 5 million. Maybe even 100,000 to 5 million. I don't know. We would have to set it up. And then the C band would be like the people who don't really upload a lot of videos and maybe get only a few views or something like that. And so we could do that. That would be our C band. And so you have the S band, like with all the videos, the corporate videos. The A band would be the really popular vloggers and such. F-stop also. But the B band would be most of us. I think it could be between the A and the B band, and a lot of people would fit in the C if they just have favorites or they just comment. They don't really upload much on their own. So that's my idea, just to have these affiliate networks centrally managed. I'd be glad to, have some of you join my group in the syndication destination. We would have a formalized name. And maybe we would have in our network names, we would have similar names, and we would establish like rules, how many videos you had to have for revenue sharing and such. And so that's my idea. I think it's pretty good. Obviously, I'm very interested to see if there's anybody out there who would like to be in such a group where we would comment on each other's videos and we'd subscribe to each other's videos. We'd be friends, obviously, and I think it'd be a great idea, personally. So I am going to clean out the syndication destination, because if I get 9 to 10 people who would be willing to do this, I could sort of move people around a little bit, and we'll see what happens. Right now, syndication destination is purely the people who I've selected to be kind of, on the channels. Obviously, I even thought maybe what we would have is we would have like a, like an assignment, not like everybody says CBS 2 or ABC 4 or 7, and so maybe it would be I would be Z1 and somebody else would be Z2 and Z3, and we could go through all those affiliate numbers, and we would have identifiers and all that stuff, for that, and we could have 3-letter, 4-letter identifiers. So it would be basically like a TV network, and and YouTube could assign people. So this is all just like an enormous paradigm for trying to make YouTube more like broadcast television. So I don't know if it'll work. Obviously, I don't think we're ever going to hear from the the IJs or anything like that, but it's just an idea. So anyways, I just wanted to say that I am going to talk a little bit next time about this, just a little preview. I'm going to talk about the U.S. copyright group lawsuits and the expendables, and what it means for you, the average BitTorrent downloader. So anyways, have a good night. Enjoy all the new pirate videos. We're up to 305 videos, including this one. So, and we have almost 520,000 views, if not by now. So, pretty cool. So leave some comments. Obviously, if you want to be in on the group, I'll review who gets in. Maybe you can drop me a message or something. Don't comment on the video if you want to be part of the group. Hopefully we can get like 10 people. We'll start a group. Obviously, I'll organize. I'll try to get everybody to have a logo of some sort. And we'll try to make it all uniform and very homogeneous. We'll see what happens. So, have a good night. See you in the morning.